If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in electrical machine series. So today again we will be solving 5 questions starting from question number 31 to question number 35. Okay, then let's try to solve these 5 questions. Okay, if you come to question number 31, a DC shunt motor draws 15 ampere while supplying a rated load at a speed of 80 radian per second. The armature resistance is this much, the field winding is this much they have given. The net voltage across the armature resistance at the time of plugging. So what is plugging? In plugging what you do, you suddenly change the terminal polarity so that a reverse voltage is applied to it which acts like a brake to it. So means suddenly you change the polarity, so it will act like a reverse voltage is coming across it and it will try to change its direction so that it applies its brake. So it will act like a braking action. So that's plugging. Suddenly you change the polarity of the terminal voltage. So during this normal, when it was running at a speed of 80 radian per second, then your EB was V was 240 minus, so this was a shunt motor. So it is drawing 15 ampere. So armature is not 15, armature will be here. This field you subtract. So what is your IF? Because supply voltage is 240 and field resistance they have given 80. So your IF will be equal to 240 by 80, that is 3 ampere. So here it is 12 ampere. So it will be 12 into 0.5. So your EB will be equal to 234. Now this was your brake EMF, this was generating. Now suddenly if you change this polarity, then what will be the, suppose there is a impedance here and the polarity is plus minus EB. It was plus minus. Now if you suddenly change it, the polarity will look like this. Plus minus is already there, EB is already there because motor is still running. Motor is not stopped and the same direction it is running, so EB will be same, and you have suddenly changed this polarity. So this resistance, across this resistance, this entire voltage will come across this resistance, because you can see this and these will look like a battery, just one battery under one battery. So they will be connected in series. So the entire voltage, this plus this terminal voltage will come across this. So during plugging, the net voltage across the armature resistance will be 234, this one plus this terminal voltage will also come. Earlier what was happening, the difference was coming. EB is 234, 240, so the difference of this 6 volt drop was coming. Now you have changed it, so the entire voltage, this plus this will come. So it is 474 D. Now if you come to 32, the external resistance that to be added to the armature circuit to limit the armature current to 125% of its rated value. So you want to limit the armature current to its 120 because your current will increase. Now if you apply 474 volt across this resistance is 0.5 ohm. So how much current it will take armature current? So you want to restrict it so that your armature current should be equal to 125% of, earlier it was 12. So if you calculate, this is 15 ampere. So you want to restrict this armature current to 15 ampere. So what should be this extra resistance that you need to put in the armature? That is, so the voltage across the resistance is 474 divided by 0.5 plus extra resistance X. This should be equal to 15. So if you solve it, you will find X equal to 31.1. That is option A. Now if you come to 33, the figure shows the extended view of a 2-pole DC machines with 10 armature conductors. Normal brush positions are shown as the figure as A, B. These are at magnetic neutral axis in between a north and south. In the interpolar axis, the brushes are now shifted to the directions of rotation A dash and B dash as shown. The voltage waveform V A dash B dash will resemble which one of this? Now instead of going in this way, let me draw it in, this will give you a better view of understanding. This is north pole, this is south pole. How many windings are there? 10 windings. Or you can think it, suppose this is your armature. You need to put all these windings. This is my A earlier, this is my B. Now you have changed it to A dash here and B dash here, and it is rotating in this direction, because if you see, your A dash is near to S. It was in between north and south, but you have moved your A dash near to S. It is moving in this direction, so it is moving towards south. So A dash is coming. Instead of A, your brush is now at A dash and B dash. Okay. Now there are other coils also. I am not drawing it. You can draw it also. Okay. Let me draw. Suppose there are other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 I have given. You can choose any another one to make it 10. Okay. For now, you just mark this polarity and see what's happening. So these are at neutral points. No EMF was generating at these positions. EMF was generating here and here. These are neutral axes. Zero EMF will be generated. Here maximum EMF. Here if it is moving in this way, though it is starting, it is the ending point, and here it is maximum. That's why this comes. This is the starting. Suppose A dash. This is the starting. This is the middle one, and this is the ending one. And here it is 0. And then it starts in the negative direction because of commutation. It takes unipolar, unidirection. That it becomes DC, but inherently it is AC. Okay. Because of this brush and commutator arrangements, it become rectified, something of this fashion. So you got rectified DC. Okay, whatever. Now if you mark these polarities here, you have right hand like your Fleming's right hand. If you apply, okay, you see now this is your magnetic direction, and this is the force. This is, I am talking about this coil. Suppose whatever I take for this coil, all three coils will be same. Here also you can think this is your, and it is moving in this direction because it is rotating. So the force is in this direction. So that's why force, because it is rotating in this direction. So force is in this direction. So your EMF will come out of this space. So that means you will see dots. That's why the arrow is coming towards. And if you go that side, here just it is opposite. You can see now this is your magnetic field. This is your direction of rotation because you are rotating in this direction. So this is your force. So current is now entering. So entering means it is cross. Okay, now to see the armature reaction, because of this brush position changing, there will be armature reaction. Now if there is a dot, then what will, this is my original magnetic field from north to south. So due to this dot, what is this dot? If I can use another pen, or okay, let me use this pencil. Suppose this is my dot. So due to this armature dot current, there will be now a magnetic field. That magnetic field interact with this one. So what is the magnetic field? How to draw? If the current is entering into the coil, then what is the magnetic field? Right hand screw. Here this current is coming out. So if it is coming out, your field will be like this. Okay, so that's why your field will look like this. And here it is going entering this side. So your magnetic field will, these fingers will represent your magnetic field. So your magnetic field is in this direction. So you can see at this leading tip, this is the starting point. From A dash B dash it is starting, because after that it will move here. So this is the starting point. At starting point you see your magnetic field, original magnet was this one, north to south. Now this armature reaction is also adding it, because this magnetic field you can see here, this is also this direction, and this magnetic field also coming this. So this side magnetic field will increase, and here also it is coming this way. So during the starting of A dash B dash, the magnetic field is increased. And if you see at the end, after some time B dash will come here. At the end of this first one half, what will happen at the end? At the end you will see, if you see, mark it again here, the direction is same, but here it can see it is opposing, so it will reduce this side. Here also if you mark this one, it is same, but here you can see this is opposing. This is the field and here it is opposing. So this leading side will have more magnets. So the starting of waveform will have more EMF than the ending. So starting of EMF will have more, because here more EMF will be induced in the starting, and at the end the less EMF will induce, because here magnetic field is weakened. So armature reaction, what was the effect? At the starting it will increase, at the starting it will increase, at the ending it will decrease. At the starting position, if you draw this magnetic field, it is increasing. So that's why it is option A. Now if you come to question number 34-35, again common data. A separately excited DC motor runs at 1500 ampere RPM under no load with a 200 volt applied to the armature. Field voltage is maintained at its rated value, separately excited. So field is separated, it is always fixed at rated value. The speed of the motor when it delivers a torque of 5 is 1400 RPM. So speed is also given, torque is also given. Once speed torque is given, that means at a particular time, if speed and torque both are given, that means your power is given to you. The rotational loss, armature reaction are neglected, the armature resistance of the motor. So because torque is given, speed is given, you can calculate the power. So power at that time is 5 Newton meter into this speed. But this speed should be in RPM, that should be in revolution per radian per second. So if you do this one, you will see your power is equal to 733.03 watt. Now you need to have EB back EMF, because your terminal voltage is 200 volt. So if you can find your back EMF, you can calculate your IA and RA. So for that, your power is also is equal to EB into IA. So if I can calculate my back EMF, I can calculate IA. If I can calculate IA, I can apply that V is equal to EB minus IA RA to calculate that RA. Now EB, what was EB1 by EB2? That is phi1 N1 by phi2 N2. But here phi1, phi2 is both are fixed. This is D7. So it is directly proportional to N1, N2. And in the first case, what is your EB1? In the first case, when it is at 1500 RPM, it was no load. No load means you will consider no current. That is because the losses they have also said to neglect it. So 200. In the initial case, because it is running at 1500 RPM, no current is flowing because it is at no load. So entire voltage we will consider at EB1. This one we don't know. So 1500 by now it is 1400. So if you calculate your EB1 is equal to 186.67. Now once you have this one, if you put it there, you can calculate your IA. 733.03 divided by 186.67. It will be equal to 3.926 ampere. Now once you have all these and EB, you can calculate your, because EB is equal to V minus IARA. So EB is equal to 186.67, V is equal to 200, IA is 3.296 into RA we don't know. So if you calculate, you will find your RA is equal to 3.396. That is your option B. You can calculate 35 here only because it is the same question. For the motor to deliver a torque of 2.5 at 1400 RPM. Now speed is same, but your torque is changed 2.5. Because speed is changed, so EB will be same. Because EB is directly proportional to your speed only. Because phi is fixed. So whatever, because it is at 1400, so EB remains same, but your power will change because torque you have changed. So EB remains same, this much only. So your EB remains 186.67, but your power is now 2.5 into 1400 into 2 pi by 60, that is will be half of this one, that is 366.52. Now again you can calculate your IA. This is power 366.52 divided by EB 186.67. If you divide, it is 1.9634. Again you can calculate RA because EB 186.67 is equal to 200 minus IA into RA. In this case your RA will be equal to, if you solve it will get, okay, RA we have already calculated, that is 3.396. Here it is not 200 actually. What is the voltage they have asked you to? Motor is delivered torque the armature voltage. You can also fix the voltage, change the armature. I thought that voltage is fixed, resistance they have changed to get this torque, but here they have changed the voltage. So RA is fixed, so what will be the voltage? So if you calculate voltage, it will be 193.3. That is your option B. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.